This trade's going to be a fade back through the value area. You can see we had that lower high there, and it kind of kicked off the VA high. I'm trying to get back to first the session POC, and then the that thick yellow line is a previous week's POC, like a weekly volume profile POC. So the first step is to get through these VWAPs and make sure there's not gonna, we're not gonna get tied up here. And then obviously that 5650 area. And I'm just kind of watching to see how it reacts when it gets to each of these levels. I brought the stop down because I thought if we bounced out of any of these levels, that's 650 or those VWAPs, I'd want to be out of this. But it cut right through them. And once we got close to that POC, I didn't think we should be back up over that 650 as easily as we got through it. Like I said, I don't think we should be back above that at this point. Now I'm trying to get to the session POC. As we get down there, I'll bring the stop down. And I just keep walking that stop down, especially because it is a fade. So I know that there's a chance that anywhere like right here or any one of these levels, we could bounce out of here. And judging off that 5 minute, kind of what they're trying to do. So I brought that stop down, took that first one. Once we got to the POC, that was my first target. Now my second target is, like I said, that thick yellow line and possibly the VA low, but I'm like I said, I'm walking the stop down. And as we get down here, you can see, if you look on that 5 minute chart, how they kind of dipped into there, and they're, that's what I'm pointing out on the 5 minute chart. So I bring that stop down real nice and tight. And right there, it takes me out for that last one. Now this, it went ahead, it did end up hitting that POC, but you can see as we broke back up over that 650 level, as it reclaimed that level, I entered, and you see right there on the 5 minute chart how I had that little retest and kind of kicked off there. Now I'm playing the fact that you can see on that 5 minute chart, they almost have a channel there. So the next obvious target, if we get through these VWAPs, which we are now, the next obvious target would be, if you're looking at the TPO chart, basically you can see that VA high, which is that green line right there. But if you step down on the TPO profile, you can kind of almost judge where it would be right in there. So I wanted to take it, before, about where, basically I wanted to take it where I thought that third step down would be, which would be, we're getting really close. So I'm watching the delta, see how that delta shifted, but it is moving up here. And as we get close, I'll take this first one. Right in here, that's close enough for me. Now the next one is if we can break this, that previous time period, and right here we're at the VA high, so I'm watching this real close to see what kind of reaction we get. So I want to push through it just like it's doing, and then like a retest would be real nice, just like that one off the 650 level on the 5 minute chart. But my next obvious target would be, this is your overnight high. And as we push higher, we're getting to the point where I don't want to extend past the overnight high. So I just want to stretch it as far as I can up to that overnight high. So again, I'm watching right here, you're watching that retest of the VA. You can see it on the 5 minute chart. That green line is a value area high. And like I said, I'm not trying to go through, if it punches through there, that's fine, but I'm not trying to necessarily trade it through there. Or if it did push right through, again, I would bring my stop up. I'd look for a retest and let it continue. But as we get up here, you can see that delta starting to fade, and I go ahead and take that right there.